has been a while since I filmed anything. I kind of took a break from everything for the last little while. And that's because my dog Pappy passed away. He had been having various health issues for the last year or so, and it just got to a point where we couldn't manage it anymore. He stopped eating. We couldn't get him to eat. We couldn't figure out why he wasn't eating. Multiple vet visits and different vets and testing, and we don't know what happened. There's a strong suspicion he had bone cancer, but the only way to test for that is to do like a bone marrow biopsy, which is really painful and invasive, and he was 15 years old already and a small dog, and it just like wasn't a good idea. So that's where I've been. We've just been taking time, or I took time to just process it and just take the time to to sit with my grief. Usually I just keep powering through everything and I ignore all my feelings, but this was something that there's no powering through this. So yeah, but I am back. It's been, like I said, we took a month away. We actually left town for a month and took a month off. Took the girls with us. They're actually doing very well. So that's great. But yeah, so I'm back. I've had a month off. Everybody was so understanding. Thankfully, I only had one pending order when all of this happened, but I had already cut off my Christmas order, so she already knew she was going to be waiting a while, and so she was okay waiting a couple extra weeks for her order, because I explained that I was away. So that's great. So that is what I'm going to be working on today. Is I have an ornament to do, and I'm trying a new process where I used clear gesso to essentially prime the wood. So I did a layer of clear gesso, sanded it, did another layer and sanded it, and it feels really smooth. So we'll see when I start painting how it works, just because sometimes I feel like I can't get the details I want with my portraits because I'm fighting the wood grain or the texture. So I'm hoping this will kind of eliminate that problem so that I can just make them more detailed. And then I also want to try varnishing it when it's done to see how that looks. So yeah, and then there's a few new products that I'm experimenting with. I want to do some breed specific stuff. I'm thinking keychains, stickers, and magnets, just because those three are similar enough that I should be able to make them myself. Also, while I was away, I was doing some research on cameras, because I just filmed on my phone and it's just really inconvenient, and I don't enjoy having to transfer, film it and then transfer everything to the computer. My phone's always full of footage, and then I have to film this way and vertical for social media. It's just not convenient. I don't like doing it. So I'm looking at investing in a camera this year. I thought I wanted the Sony ZV-1, but then I was looking, and a lot more people than I realized are using the DJI. I think it's like Osmo or a version of. and I think that might work better for me. Also, because I have such a small space, I think the wide angle lens might be helpful to like show more, because I don't have a lot of like arm space. If that makes sense. So I've just started painting, and I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see there where I just like that's still wet and the rest is dried, but like the texture's really minimal compared to what I'm usually fighting against, which is very cool. So I think this is gonna work. I'm super excited now to keep going and see how this works.
I do not know what happened here. I guess I was bumping the tripod or something, so sorry this footage is a mess.
Okay, so I thought I would show you some of my keychain experimenting, and also I was able to finish this portrait. I meant to film it, but then I was on the phone with my mom and I just accidentally finished it. But I really like the priming of the slice. It works so much better. I can get a lot of details. So happy with that. I'm going to take photos and hopefully send that off to her tomorrow. And then here are my keychain experiments. So these are like the shrink plastic. Like you print it off big, you stick it in the oven and it shrinks down. So this was my first idea. And well, I don't love how it turned out. When I put the resin on it, it warped, and also these sheets are really expensive considering I can only print like 2 keychains per sheet, and they're hard to get where I am. Like it took I think a month for me to get these, so this plan isn't gonna work. So that was failed experiment number 1. My next thought was using clear vinyl sticker paper, putting it on here, and then resining over. But you can see there that you can see the outline of the sticker, and I really don't like that. And then also I have to paint the back because there's no white ink, so that way like the highlights and stuff show up, otherwise it's just like a weird blob. So that didn't really work how I was hoping. So then this was the last choice, to print on white sticker paper and then resin over the top, and I think that's gonna be the winner. I didn't center this very good, and I need to make the design a little bit smaller so it fits better, but I just wanted to see if it would work or like how it would look in the end. So yeah, and I didn't resin the back of this one because I don't know if it really needs it. Like it feels okay just having the front done. So, and then I thought that way if somebody wanted text added, I could add the text and then resin over it, kind of like what I did here. Like this was just a sticker I had of my name that I put on top. But yeah, I think this is just looks cleaner in the end. I still need to practice with resin. Like I'm not very good with it, so like there's a few like bubbles and like marks and stuff, but I think that's just like practice. I'll get better. So these are just my test runs, but I think I have to go with this one. I could try cutting a smaller border. I'm just nervous that with the Cricut, if it's off, it'll be super obvious. So I'm not sure. I might do a few more experimenting and just see what looks good, but I really like the acrylic keychain itself. Like I like this idea, so I'm gonna just keep experimenting and see what I come up with. Okay, it is a long while later, but this is the final design. I went with sublimation blanks, which is funny because I should have just done that in the first place, but so this is what we went with this. The background is going to be the same on all of them, and then the name at the bottom, and this little paw print charm, which I thought was really cute. I'm going to get a smaller jump ring for it, just because that's a little bulky, but that's just what I had. So this is going to be how they look, and they'll be double-sided, except the other side is a misprint on this one, but just for visual purposes, this is what I think I'm going to go with. So the magnets will also match this, and then the stickers are going to be just the head cutout, I think. But I'm not going to do that in this vlog, that'll be for another one. But this was just, I wanted to show you what I finally came up with after showing all of the ideas that didn't work. Here's one that did. Hello. So I have a 11 by 14 pastel portrait that I need to start. It's actually the third one I've done for this family. I don't know if they breed or just really like the German short-haired pointers, but this is the third one of theirs that I'm doing. So I'm going to get that started, and I think I'll just like time-lapse video some of it, and then maybe I'll do a voiceover talking about some stuff so it's not just boring music.
Okay, so voiceover Brittany here. Hopefully this turns out okay. I'm still learning how to do all this tech stuff, so bear with me. In case you couldn't tell, I was talking earlier about getting a new camera, and it came, and I've been trying to use it. I went with the DJI Pocket 2. It comes with a mic and all the fixins, so I thought it was a good option for me. So far it's pretty user-friendly, but there are a few things that I need to still figure out, but bear with me. I mean, I'm sure you aren't here to watch high-tech videos, so yeah. So I guess I could talk a little bit about Pappy and just navigating my business after losing him. It's been harder than I anticipated. I think just because my business is pet focused, and talking to people and hearing about their stories of losing their pets, it's quite raw for me, because the emotions are so fresh. I have lost pets before. This isn't the first, but I feel like Pappy was like my soul pet, like he was my little boy. He was, I don't want to say my child, but like, he needed me, he was very needy and not independent at all, and like he was my little shadow, and so not having him has been a lot harder than I imagined. At the time I'm recording this, he's been gone for 2 months, and it's still quite fresh and painful. So that being said, going back to my business after a month off, I thought it was enough time. I felt ready. I wanted to, start painting again, but it was harder than I thought it was going to be. Thankfully, all my clients are very understanding, and so me being a little bit slower to finish stuff, they were okay with that. But I just thought that was something that, if you're going through something similar, like, don't rush it. Like, it is what it is, basically, like I can't say much more than that. I had him I've had him longer than I've been with my husband, so it's understandable that it's going to take me a while to grieve. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. That, you know, my business being focused around pets, I didn't really anticipate how hard it would be when I lose my own pet. But at the same time, I feel like it kind of solidifies why I do what I do. It brings, you know, the fact that I have a lot of artwork of him I've already done for myself is really nice to look at. So I think, I don't know, I think it just kind of solidified why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's that. The other thing I guess I'll talk about is I put all of these time lapses together, but this was filmed over quite a few days. Like I said, I tried to do it as quickly as I could, but I did have to take a lot of breaks. It was, like I said, just difficult. A lot of the times when I would be drawing, Pappy would be sitting in my lap, so a lot of feelings came back while I was drawing. So don't let this fool you. This was not completed in one sitting. This took quite a while. Also, still trying to figure out the new camera angles. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out, so bear with me that it's not perfect. And again, I hope the sound is okay. Still trying to figure that out as well. But just some things I thought I would yap about while watching, and then I guess we'll throw in a little bit of music at the end here. Okay. I have this mic clipped here, so hopefully that sounds okay, and hopefully it's not picking up too much noise that's going on in the rest of the house. But we finished it. So I finished this up, which is great. I got it framed and stuff, obviously. So now I'm going to, it's pretty dark out, so I think I'm going to wait till the morning to take pictures. And then I'm going to pack up the order that I have for 4 mugs that are approved. I'm going to pack that up and then drop it off at the post office tomorrow. I'm also going to email this client tomorrow, and hopefully they respond, and they might want to pick it up because they live close to where I am, so they might want to pick it up early. That's that. And then the next thing that I want to work on is I have another mug order, and this is how we're looking. So I got quite a ways to go on this. So it's 9:30. If I could get this also finished tonight, that would make me feel great. So we'll see where we get with that, but I just want to clean up a little bit now, reset my desk, and sorry, I hope this isn't too loud. I'm still trying to figure out the new camera and mic and all that stuff. I got a different tripod that I have it on so that it's not like an up angle showing my double chin. So we'll see if this looks a little bit better. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna clean this up, reset my desk, and we'll get those mugs packed up and then start the next one. Okay, so we're actually gonna go back in time a little bit, and I did film me making the 4 mugs that I need to pack. So we're gonna go back in time. I'm gonna put little clips in of me making them, and then we'll go back to the right time. Oops, sorry, Luna. All right. Okay, so now that that's done, I am going to turn off the lights. Oh, I'm going to make it cozy in here and finish the night with some drawing. It's now 10 o'clock, but it's Saturday, so I stay up a little bit later, and I slept in big time today. So I'm going to work on this, and I mean, best case scenario, I get it finished tonight, but I'm not going to push myself to do that. So that's the plan. I'm gonna get cozy and comfy and just kind of take it easy for. Okay, so it is the next morning. I got the photos taken of the one portrait, and I've emailed them, and then I also got the other one mailed, so I am wrapping that up for the day. I think I'm also going to wrap this vlog up here, so thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and I will see you next time.